Time now for sports. George Ado Jr. is the man with the latest.
It's a very good weekend to look forward to. We've got a lot of football to talk about. But maybe before all of that, let me just talk about Jack Sock. He's a young American doing very well in the season's ending ATP Tour finals that's ongoing.
Right.
He's in the semi-finals and he's up against Dimitar Grigor, and that will be an interesting one this afternoon. And he's on the Maurice Becker side, and of course we know that Roger Federer is also sailing through. So let's see the young man will be able to come up against him. He was the one who was responsible for Rafa Nadal's injury and everything, but of course he's done well. Rafa Nadal we know has pulled out, so there's another one. Roger Federer will be looking at taking it, but you know the kind of luck Sock is riding on. You have to be very, very careful playing so well. So let's take that out of the way, the tennis, and talk about football this weekend.
Great.
I think Manchester United fans will be the first to be looking forward to this weekend. Manchester United in the English Premier League play against Newcastle. It's an exciting game. We'll see Christian Atsu play for Newcastle. That's one. But again, there is the Rafa Benitez versus Jose Mourinho. So I'm sure the Liverpool fans like you would be behind Newcastle to go and get the job done.
You know that time it was Jose at Chelsea,
yes, and
Rafa at Liverpool.
It was so interesting.
It was neck and neck.
Almost always Liverpool were beating Chelsea.
Exactly.
I mean, I could say Rafa Benitez was a reason why Chelsea never got past the semi-final stages or quarter-final stages, because anytime it was going to be, Rafa Benitez and his team beating Chelsea by 1-0. I remember all of that. Even in the year Chelsea won by 3-1, at Anfield, they came back and it was like a 4-4 draw, 5-5.
It was
something crazy. Something crazy.
3-3,
something very crazy. So there are a lot. But I'm just wondering, will there be a handshake? That's the question. Will there be a handshake between Rafa Benitez and Jose Mourinho?
The rivalry is thick, isn't it?
It's so thick. You can see that again between Jose Mourinho and Antonio Conte in that Chelsea-Manchester United game. I mean, Jose Mourinho was standing by the tunnel waiting to greet everybody. Antonio Conte said, "My friend, I'm serious. I want to come and work here." So that's one special game to look forward to. We'll look at the entire fixtures of the EPL very soon on your screen. So one, that Manchester United-Newcastle game is one that everybody will be looking forward to. But now look at this. Arsenal play Tottenham Hotspur. That is the NLD. When in London, you say the NLD. The North London Derby. It's a special derby. But I think that maybe the international break has tried to put this a bit on the balance. It was upstairs, downstairs, because Tottenham Hotspurs were totally flying whilst Arsenal were in trouble. Arsenal's last game, they lost to Man City by 3-1 in a laborious fashion, you say. As Vega said, the referee was the guy. So it's a good game that starts the weekend. Arsenal versus Tottenham, and we saw some Arsenal players scoring goals. Iwobi scoring against Argentina, like seriously, and Nigeria beat Argentina. We saw Lacazette also scoring, so that should be a good one. But Tottenham had rested players, so what a game to look forward to. Arsenal versus Tottenham. Hey, let's look at the other games then. Leicester City play Manchester City. We are still asking ourselves the question, when would Manchester City finally lose a game? They haven't lost a game yet.
Not this weekend.
I don't know if they've had some horrible times at the King Power Stadium. And considering there is a breath of fresh air there with Claude Puel now the manager in charge of Leicester City, maybe anything could happen.
Anything can.
And anytime Leicester has beaten Man City, it's been a surprise. It could be the surprise package. And always after the international break, there's a big surprise. Well, the last international break saw Crystal Palace, who had not won a game, beat Chelsea. So you might not know. Liverpool play against Southampton and they play at home. It's a game that they'll be hoping to pick up the results and get all 3 points. We have Chelsea traveling to West Brom. That could be crazy with Tony Pulis in charge of West Brom. These are the games to look forward to for the weekend in the English Premier League. Now we get into the Spanish La Liga, and there is another special derby for you. Couldn't be any bigger. The Madrid derby between Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid.
I can't wait.
So, Thomas Partey, you have to score some goals.
Most definitely.
Thomas Partey is doing a fantastic job, since the guy was down. Coca got injured. He's doing a great job in scoring goals. But just to add to the Manchester United story, we might see Paul Pogba and Zlatan Ibrahimovic on the bench.
Okay, that but they're not playing.
Not playing. It might take the next game to play. But Manchester United fans have been complaining and saying that Pogba is not around. That's why Henry Mkhitaryan, that's why all our players are not really on form, especially in the midfield. Fellaini is displaced and they can feel it. So let's see if Paul Pogba will make anything or will there be any difference. Jose Mourinho, the coach of Manchester United himself, has been complaining and saying that, look, I've got too many injuries and that's why my team has come this far.
But every team is as good as its bench, isn't it?
No, but please, Pogba is injured. Like when Mane gets injured or he's given a red card, Liverpool cannot play football again and lost by 5-0. So
we are not talking about Liverpool, please.
So Madrid.
This guy likes changing the subject.
I'm not.
Put the camera on me.
So then Madrid.
This guy likes changing the subject.
But you were talking about people injured, and you, when Mane is injured, you can't play. Mane is not the captain.
We are not talking about Liverpool, please.
And when Mane can play, all the players can play. Anyway, so we'll see what happens with Liverpool. But crucially, we'll see the Madrid derby, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and then there's Barcelona up against Leganes. That should be interesting. In the Italian Serie A, there is Roma up against Lazio. Great game to look forward to. Napoli up against AC Milan. So fantastic stuff going all the way. The French League and, of course, Italian Serie A. Good stuff to look forward to this weekend. That's it for your sport.
Thank you very much, George Addo Jr. I can't wait for this weekend with all the games that we're going to be seeing. But it's time for us to check out today's Bulletin of News Desk. I am Daniel Daze.